What's up, homie G's and all you YouTube people out there? This is going to be a little video, more or less just talking about this wonderful piece of art right here. This is the Chris Reeve Sebenza, the large Sebenza. Yeah, you can see that this knife is used. I bought it brand new, but yes, I do use my blades. I don't hold back. Some blades I cherish and I don't use, but and I know there's a lot of you guys out there that buy Sebenzas and you're like, man, I don't know if I could ever use it. But this is my theory, guys. A knife like that, like this, is built to be used. And I understand you're scared to get a scratch on it. Maybe it's gonna mess up the resale value. Hey, I totally understand. I have knives like that. Not many of them, but I do. You know, maybe they were given to me by a close friend or a relative or, you know, something like that. But if I'm gonna spend my money on a blade, I'll be damned if I'm gonna let it sit in the drawer. I worked hard for that money. And it better work for me properly. Well, this is the story of the large Sebenza. I bought this Sebenza back in 2009. And I had been eyeballing it for some time. I saw it on the shelf down at Lafayette Shooters, where outdoor fun begins. It is the only place in the 337 area code that you can buy a Sebenza off the shelf. Lafayette Shooters. They do carry a few Chris Reeve knives, fixed blades, folders, and I remember the first time I saw the price tag on these things. It's like, man, what the hell are they made out of? Gold? And then I you know, started learning more about knives and just, you know, educating myself a little bit about what they're made out of and how they're designed, and just, you know, trying to watch as many videos as possible and just learning what I can about them. And I'll tell you what, it was the end of 2009. And this was going to be my first big purchase. So, man, I went out there and I was holding this knife, just, should I get it? Nah, shouldn't I get it? Man, that's a lot of money. And then there was a cold steel Hatamoto. And I had saw some videos on that too. Mac J Mills X had a video on his Hatamoto. And a couple other guys out there. And I bought the cold steel first. And I'm like a kid in a candy store, just waiting to get my hand inside that candy jar. I get in my truck, started heading down the street. You know, I can't even get home. I'm pulling that knife out of the box and just looking at it. And I remember taking my thumb and hitting that thumb stud on that Hatamoto cold steel. And it was so hard to open. I said to myself, are you kidding me? I spent this much money on a blade and I don't even like the way it opens. And I had opened it in the store, but something about it, it was just, I had opened up this one, the large Sebenza, the regular. And I had instant regret. Why did I not spend a few dollars more and pick up that Chris Reeve knife? You know, this one doesn't look as fancy as that cold steel. That cold steel is a beautiful knife. But 3 hours went by, and before the store closed, I went back down there with my receipt in my box with my Hatamoto in it, and I said, I need to make an exchange. So I turned it in, gave it back to him, and picked up this Chris Reeve large Sebenza, the regular. And now you know the rest of the story. From then on, I was hooked on Chris Reeve knives. And look at this. I use this knife, and I want you to see something. It does not touch the titanium slabs on the handle either way. Sits centered. I'm a stickler for that. I can't stand it when I get a knife and it's rubbing the handle or it doesn't sit centered in that in between the two handles. So hopefully this camera is picking up good quality for you so you can see. By the way, I'm using this blue background. If you've watched Pete with the Armory channel, he just, he thrives on that blue background, just does wonders to your videos. So I was at Wally World the other day and I told my wife I needed to go and find me some of that stuff. And she told me it was some type of roll that you stick in the bottom of drawers to keep your stuff from sliding around. So I went and picked it up. This is the stone wash finish. S30V steel. 2009 Chris Reeve large Sebenza. I do have a review on this particular knife. Did it a couple years ago. It's one of my older videos. But just, this is a workhorse. I prefer, I have a Strider. I bought that from Mac J Mills X, my Strider S&G. But I will pick a Chris Reeve Sebenza over the Strider any day. They just, to me, they if you want the tactical look, you're going to go for the Strider. But if you want that smooth, fit and finish, perfect, I don't know. I'm just rambling now. But this blade is a thing of beauty. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a great day. And the Cajun Blaze always says, not A, not B, but see ya in the next video.